What's up, y'all? It's the Shanea Show. Today we're gonna be here interviewing one of Louisville's clothing designers, Mike. This is his brand. Make sure y'all shop. We're gonna go ahead and get into the video. Cut the small talk. First things first. Where you from? Like in the city? You from Louisville, but like where you from? How you grew up?
To be honest, real, bro. Like I lived a little bit of everywhere, but I would probably say sixth grade to graduation is where you kind of say like where you kind of jumped on the porch.
Yeah, like where you kind of like.
Yeah, I be already real, bro. I'm from Fern Creek, bro. Real talk.
Ain't nothing wrong with. I'm just saying like where you at in the city, where like where's your group of people?
Yeah, I mean I would probably say Fern Creek. Like that's where, like I said, I moved out there sixth grade and lived out there until 18 till I moved out type shit. Mm-hmm. So that's probably where I like learned everything, you know what I mean?
It's good.
Was going outside, stopped going outside, a little bit of everything.
It's good, but shit, it is what it is. That's what I was saying, like, where are your group of people? So what inspired you to start doing clothes and making clothes? For real,
bro, like, I mean, I always liked clothes, like, you know what I mean? I always liked clothes, shoes and shit. But it was like, when COVID hit, and I was just seeing how everybody was losing their jobs and the government got to give us free money, like that ain't never happened, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it was
good
like
time. I need another stimulus.
Facts, but you feel me? Like the fact the government got to give us money, that says a lot, you know what I mean? So it was like once that happened, bro, I was like, I got to do something like that I can call mine.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was just trying to think of something, and I was talking to somebody and they was like, you should start a clothing brand. And I had heard it before, like years ago back when I was in high school, but I ain't take it serious. But it was like me seeing other people doing it too. I was like, it might be something I can do. So I just took an idea. And one day I was just watching a video and then I like stopped watching no more. Like I watched that one video and then I ain't watching no more. Mm-hmm. And then like I had got off UPS one day, bro, and I swear I could not go to sleep for nothing. And I watched like 10 videos like all day, and I did that for like a month straight. And then
taught yourself.
Yeah, like I kind of just studied the game, and then I just took one step at a time and did it.
So what inspired like the refugee? Like what does that mean for you?
For real, I mean, I always knew I wanted a name that was easy to remember, but it was also like catchy and it was universal. Like I can do whatever. Like if I want to do like a suit one day, like it won't be weird. Like you know what I mean? So like one day I was just looking up names and I came across Refuge, and like for the longest, like for a year and a half of me even having my brand, after I had already dropped like a year's worth of clothes, I didn't even know what it meant to me or the brand or whatever, but I just knew that I liked it.
Okay,
you know what I mean? But eventually I was just thinking, like I said, just laying in bed one day, I was just thinking, and I was like, Refuge, the definition of it is a place of shelter. So like for me, I always kind of been laid back, quiet, so like I kind of felt like shelter within my clothes. If I'm like feeling good, happy and stuff, I might put it on type. Yeah. But if I'm like feeling lazy, cool and laid back, I might pull like a little jogging suit or whatever. So it was like my way of like expressing myself.
You express yourself through your clothes. Yeah. That's dope. I'm not gonna lie, because you know it's so crazy. I done tried, and like I know people that's trying to do their own clothing line, and it's really hard for them to come up with something that catches the eye and something that's gonna stay relevant. Like even with clothes, it could be a one-hit wonder. Like it pops at the time and then it just dies off. So like it'd be hard because you got to come up with something, and then, like even come up with the smallest word, it'd be like, damn, like somebody probably already got it, or you don't even know how to go about it, how to design. So it's kind of like dope that you can like sit and think of and design your own clothing instead of having somebody else do it, or you got your own ideas in your own mind. That's really, really dope. How do you do like the struggles from doing your own clothes? Because does it be any struggles like with manufacturers and all of that?
I mean, just like with anything, it's gonna have its pros and cons, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as like with me though, like I ain't really like ran into like big problems to where it's like I couldn't really handle it like right then and there, you know what I mean? Like of course, like for me, I had like little manufacturer problems as far as like them taking too long, but I ain't never got scammed yet. I mean, I know it's coming because it just comes with it, but I ain't never got scammed by no manufacturers or whatever. But I would say like my biggest struggle is like figuring out like what the majority want, like, you know what I mean? Because like on my website, it'll tell you like how many people be on your website, when they get on your website. It'll show you if they checking out. It'll show you if they show everything. So like I'll be looking and I'll be like, dang, like I got like, say for example, I had 500 people on my website within this month, but I only got X amount of sales. Like, why didn't more people buy? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you gotta try to figure out what people want. That's marketing. You gotta ask questions, and that's me. That like me, I'll be looking into like I don't want to go to school for it, but like marketing skills. Like, what can I do to catch people's eye? And actually, a female that is like a CEO of a marketing company, she just recently DM'd me, seeing me doing my interviews, and said. And gave me some tips, like certain times to post, certain audiences catches, like use hashtags, do this, do that. And like me, I'm thinking there's certain times to post. She was like the best time to post would be 6 p.m. That's the most traffic on the internet. And I'm like, really? She was like, yes. She was like, there's really certain times and certain things that you could do to like reach an audience or a certain group of people that you're looking for. That's why like with being a clothing designer, that's why I'm like kind of just like, I'm amazed, amused, because it's hard. It's really hard, especially when you're doing it like by yourself. Because I know you have a son, so like, do you have any challenges like with that, like trying to be like a dad and a business owner at the same time?
I mean, for real, like I feel like I got lucky because like my girl, she understands. Like we met right before I dropped my first shirt.
Okay, so you kind of like, support there.
Yeah, like she already knew what I was doing before her. Like she already knew my plans type. So like now that my son here is kind of like when she know I gotta do something like say like pack orders or like I gotta talk to my manufacturers or go to like a little print shop, she'll watch him or she'll make sure they like he's not in the way. Like, you know what I mean? I can still take care of my business
and do what you gotta
and do what I gotta do, whatever. But like I do have my problems. Like literally, like I had dropped the day. No, I take it back. I think I dropped like the day my son was born. Like, you know what I mean? So like it kind of like, I wouldn't say it pushed me back, but I couldn't move around like I wanted to. So I got my son, and my son was born in E-Town. So like that's like an hour away from the city.
So so you could kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, I couldn't do nothing. Like I had to kind of like explain to everybody like, look, this is what's going on. I got you once we get out the hospital at least, you know what I mean? But even at that, like, you know, when it comes to a newborn, they be up and sleep all night, like all day. So I be tired. He's tired. My girl's tired. You know what I mean? She just had a baby, so I'm trying to beat her. Like it was a lot, but you know what I mean? Like after that point, it kind of got it kind of easy for me.
So any tips or anything you got for people that's trying to like do their own clothes and have their own clothing line? Because like I said, it's a lot of people that I done seen that I kind of be like, damn, like it's so crazy how you would blow up off something. So like, do you got any tips or anything that you could tell them as far as like trying to start up their own clothing line?
I mean, the number one tip I would tell anybody, regardless of what you're trying to do, is like be consistent. Like always like have something, like even when like, because I understand I go through these too where like I don't have nothing to drop or I don't have nothing to sell, but it's like still like post, like, you know what I mean? Like if you like if you got a design that it's just on your computer, like post it. If you just now starting and you come and trying to figure out a name, just ask them, like you said, like ask questions like, do you like his name? Do you like his color? Like just something to where like you can, somebody can't forget about you, you know what I mean?
But even within that, posting your work or posting like your content, you got, and that's anywhere people steal it, people take it. So somebody will beat you to it and then be like, you look like you came after them or they done copyrighted you or something like that. Because you know, some people's watching, people's always watching, but it's like you post it. It's kind of like risky, like especially with a clothing line or something like that of that sort, because it's like somebody could copy your whole entire idea that you posted. Like doing videos and something like that, everybody's doing the same thing. But like with a clothing line, you will know when somebody copy you word from word, design to design. So it's kind of like tricky with posting your work. Like me personally, if I had my own, I probably won't post my clothing line until I'm ready to drop. Like I'll drop with like a photo shoot. I'm already copyrighted. You can't copy me. You'll get sued. Like that's how I would go about it.
Yeah, but at the same time, with me, I'm kind of different though, because like I said, like this is what I do. Like I have a real life passion for it. So it's like, even if somebody took this design, that design, or whatever, I got so many other designs. I got so many ideas.
So you wouldn't even be tripping?
Yeah, like I really wouldn't even care, because like, for one, if you take my design, now obviously you're not that serious about it. And two, you're not gonna be able to keep up with me, bro. Like, I'm gonna have so much going on to the point where even if you copy every design, you're gonna expose yourself.
Yeah, because it's a copycat.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not really worried about that, like, but as far as like, so I'm gonna let them have that. Like, they can copy me, they're gonna expose themselves. But as far as like big businesses like Shein and Fashion Nova, like if they copy me, I'm going to be breaking the bank on them, because you know what I mean? Like, they got the money to spend, but any upcoming designer or whatever, I'm gonna let them have it, because I know what I can do. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna be able to, you ain't gonna keep doing this for too long without.
So where do you see yourself with the clothing within the next few, I say months, years? Like, how do you inspire? Well, where do you inspire to be with your clothing designs?
I mean, if I was to start off like the next few months is like kind of preparing for my next drop. You know what I mean? Like, my goal is to always be more professional, better, quality, everything, like all around than the last drop or whatever. So like, as far as the few months, I just want to prepare for my drop the right way.
When do you plan on dropping?
I mean, I'm working on getting samples in still. They supposed to be on the way. So once I get those samples and everything's right, then I'm going to place the bulk order. So probably like no later than February.
Okay, after New Year's.
Yeah, right after.
Plan ahead of time. That's what I do.
So like probably February, no later than February, I'm probably going to have a next drop or whatever. But then as far as like years, I would say probably next 2, 3, I would say probably 5 years. I want to be like those, like when you think of not even Louisville, Kentucky brands, but like just Kentucky in general, like I want to be those names. Like I want to be that name that you think of. You know?
Yeah, when you be like, oh yeah, he's from. Yeah. Oh, that's that one. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Go down history. That's why I said like even with clothes, you could be a one-hit wonder, and that's why with starting a clothing line is so challenging. And I know we have a few down in the city that they're trying to come up and they're trying to do their own everything. And like I said, I see some people copy some of the same thing. Yeah, I see some people do some of the same thing, but it's all about just how you do it and what your meaning behind it may be or is. But that's why I said like I'm trying to get in with everybody to get more insight on you as a designer. That's what you can call yourself as. You as a designer, like you're designing this yourself, like in the mind of a designer, like because I know it'd be challenging and then it'd be like hard, but it's like it's dope. Like you can't deny it, and it's like raw talent. You see people from other cities blow up all the time. Come out orders after orders, end up having a store of your own one day, and that's why I just had to get in. We got to talk about that type of stuff because it's like, is clothing your only thing that you're focused on doing, or are you like going to like if clothing don't work? You ever get discouraged and be like, man, it ain't gonna go nowhere. Like, it's just gonna be like a city thing.
I mean, honestly, like I said, like, this is what I love to do. Like, this is my passion. So it's like, I don't really think about, like, it not working. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not working isn't even in my mind. Like, I know that no matter how long it takes, it's going to get to that point eventually. You know what I mean? So it's like, once I do get to that point of like where I'm kind of able, for one, work for myself, and then two, like create opportunities for other people. Like, you know what I mean? Like whether that's hire a graphic designer, hire somebody to package my orders, hire somebody to make deliveries, hire somebody to like keep up with the numbers, like just something to where like
say your own organization.
Like where other like the people that I love and care about, they ain't gotta worry about clocking into somebody else. You can just come work for me and I'll put you in a better position.
See, that's dope. So you got a whole plan, you got a whole vision for it. That's why I said most people just in it for the quick money and like just the temporary time. A lot of people's not passionate about it. Like me, I'm not really a Mrs. Put It On. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm not one of those people you're gonna see dressed up, dolled up all the time. But I seen it as a money opportunity, something that I could really manage because I'm good with management. I'm good with that type of stuff. But I wouldn't be like the best type of designer. And then I have ideas, and I see something like I have ideas. I can design a little bit of my own, but like being passionate about it, you know. So it's just like a little money opportunity, a little money opportunity that I see. That's why I said we gotta keep us updated on our drops.
Yeah, for sure. I for sure got you. Like I said, it'd be little hiccups here and there, you know what I mean? And then dealing with the manufacturers, like they're all the way across the waters, you know what I mean? Like in a whole nother country. So like they time difference is different.
Yeah, they be up. It's like it's daylight over here. It's nighttime over there.
Yeah, like it's nighttime over there. So like, yeah. Then you got to think about shipping. It be a lot of like delays and different little stuff. They be having their own holidays. We be having our holidays and stuff like that. So stuff like that pushes it back. So like, but for sure it's coming up.
So last question we're gonna ask: how is it hard? How difficult is it dealing with people? Like you said, they across the water, and you got like explain to people like, hey, I know you ordered, but I got this.
Yeah.
How hard is it dealing with people?
I mean, I ain't read into too many problems yet as far as with people, but like what I try to do is like to make it easy on myself. I try to make sure that for one, I got the product already. I know what it looked like, and I try to make sure that like I have my days where I can just tend to them, like, you know what I mean, whether that's
the customers only.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean, whether that's packaging or shipping them out. I try to like post like the packages, like when I'm at the stores and stuff like that, like shipping them off or whatever, just to let people know like I am, you know what I mean, I am working, like it ain't like, you know what I mean, because I know how it can be, because especially before I thought about starting my own brand, I know how it is to like be dealing with somebody who ain't a big corporation, like, you know what I mean? So it's like you don't really know what you're signing up for, so you really taking a chance on that, especially when it's somebody that you don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's risky. You get scammed too much.
So it's like I try to just like show them what I'm doing, you know what I mean?
So people won't be like, oh, this nigga's
won't. So ain't no confusion. Like I got proof, you know what I mean? Like I save all my receipts, screenshot everything, like I make sure everything's in line, so if anybody try to pull anything, I got the proof of my end, you know what I mean? Whatever happens in between that's not my fault, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just be on them. We gonna wrap it up. Make sure y'all tune in to all the drops, because this is the merch. Like it said, what is it? A place of shelter. It's the merch. Make sure y'all tune back in. We're gonna wrap it up. Y'all subscribe, like, comment, share. And to all my young people trying to do y'all clothing line, I'm gonna have his Instagram on here, so make sure y'all hit him up.